Hi! Oh shit. Good morning. I have just woken up fairly recently. This morning I'm having, listen, if you've watched my channel for a while, this is no surprise, I'm having oatmeal. But it's Saturday and I go to the grocery store on Sundays, so I'm running low on groceries, so I had to make this oatmeal with water instead of milk. Already I can tell I'm gonna dislike it. To jazz it up, I added some chia seeds, flax seeds, cinnamon, maple syrup, almond butter, and raspberries. It's pretty good, but it's amazing the difference between cooking oats in water and cooking oats in milk makes. So soy milk is on the list today.
Can we talk about me for a second?
Can we please just take a second and talk about me on my own channel? She says ironically because I know we always talk about me. Can I tell you a super fun fact about me? I fully recovered from my eating disorder in 2015, and it is now 2019. And by the end of this year, I will have been living my life after recovery for longer than I had my eating disorder. I love being an ambassador for recovery here on the internet in my small little corner because I get messages day in and day out from people telling me how I've truly helped them on their recovery journey, helped them realize they had an eating disorder or that they weren't in real recovery. I remember when I made all of those realizations and the life-changing impact they had on my life. And so I'm so happy to be able to use my experience to spread that kind of awareness to all of you, which is kind of the whole reason for starting this in the first place. Because I've been fully recovered for over 3 years with no relapse, no intentional relapse, no desire to lose weight, none of that. Just totally happily living my life, completely recovered. The way that I live my life now is so different from what my life looked like when I was in active recovery. There is a difference between being in active recovery and being recovered. And you cannot enjoy a lifestyle like mine until you have gone through full recovery, if you've suffered from an eating disorder, of course. And I want to make that clear because when I do these like what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week, or even just like general vlogs or what my life looks like now kind of stuff, that is all because I put in over a year's worth of full work and active recovery. When I was in active recovery, I was like intentionally eating 3,500 calories a day. I was intentionally sitting on my ass all day. Now, do I still do those things? Yes. But if I do them, it's unintentional. It's just what I feel like doing that day. And that's like a really important distinction. I had to put in, like, and also it doesn't really affect my mindset whatsoever. Whereas when I was in active recovery, it was hard, it was a challenge, it was work, I was crying, it sucked, but I did it. And I gained all the weight, and now, you know, I'm at my set point, so if I'm gaining or losing weight, it's within like the normal 10-pound fluctuation. It's nothing like particularly noticeable or anything that I notice or care about.
Okay, I just wanted to pop in here and add a few things because when I recorded this, it was 10 o'clock in the morning and I had just woken up. So anyway, basically, here are the differences between being in active recovery versus being fully and completely recovered. Active recovery, you have to count your calories to ensure that you're hitting your minimum calorie amount, 2,500 to 3,500 or whatever. You're gonna go way over that, but you have to count your calories to make sure that you do. In fully recovered mode, you ain't counting calories at all, you're seeing whatever the hell your body wants. With full, honest, whatever the hell you want, no guilt, no restriction, but no counting calories either. Another example is in active recovery, you are not working out under any circumstances. No yoga, no walking, no gym, no weightlifting, no blah. Complete and total rest as your body heals. Whereas, once you're fully recovered, you can take the time to reevaluate why you really want to move, if movement is truly something that you enjoy versus something that you're using to punish yourself or as a way to purge, you know, any of those things. So basically, you can kind of, once you are fully recovered, you can kind of reassess movement that you used to do if you truly enjoy it, if you want to do it again. And slowly and carefully, with nothing but love for your body, exactly how it is in that moment, and with no desire to change it, you can go and do some workouts if you'd like. And the last difference that I want to mention between like active recovery and being fully recovered is your mental state is really different. When I was in active recovery, eating fear foods, having fear foods, you know, eating a lot of food, totally resting, all of that was really difficult for me. But at the same time, I buckled down and made myself do it. And I was gaining a lot of weight and it sucked. And I was not like the happiest of campers most of the time. But as I was continuously getting better and better and better, things were becoming easier and better and happier and more wonderful. But it was a process that I was in. Now that I'm fully recovered, I have no fear foods. I don't really ever think about food unless I'm eating it. And things are just like a lot easier. And my mentality is that I don't have any stress or worry about these kinds of things. So, yeah. Okay, that's all I can think of for now.
So I just wanted to say all that because as I continue forward in my channel, you know, I want to do challenges and more like vlog type stuff, and I just want to make it so abundantly clear that the way my life looks now is not the way my life looked when I was actually recovering. I'm always going to sit here and be an advocate for full and robust recovery from your eating disorder, but I am past that point in my personal life now. My eating disorder and subsequent recovery allowed me to grow, but it no longer holds me back, and it hasn't for a really long time. And I just want to make that point clear. And there's so much more to my life than the fact that I'm a girl that recovered from an eating disorder. And in fact, if I hadn't started little by little, I don't know if I would have ever even thought about that chapter of my life again, because it so does not affect me in my day-to-day whatsoever. That's what I'm going to leave you with for now, but I'll see you later. I'm going to go play Super Smash Brothers with my boyfriend. You are? Mm-hmm. I thought I was making 2 servings, but apparently I only made 1. So this is kind of like a coconut soup with white beans and onions, and I put some spicy cashews on top. And before I eat that, I just wanted to say that all of the stuff that I said this morning during breakfast is just because I want you to keep that in mind as I make videos going forward. And of course, when necessary, I always put a disclaimer to be like, hey, if you're in recovery, this doesn't necessarily apply to you or whatever. And it's not like I'm gonna not talk about recovery in the future. I definitely am. But as my channel grows and expands with me and my life, I definitely want it to reflect more about my lifestyle now. And that's just not what my lifestyle was when I was in active recovery. So those of you who watch me who need to go through active recovery, always going to continue to be available with tips and tricks and all that stuff, but don't model your life after how mine is at this very moment. Now, if you're upset for some reason,
I don't really know what to do with you.
if this news is like confusing or upsetting for you, that's totally fine. Always available to answer questions in the comments. But I also want to take this moment to self-promote. You know, I've mentioned it before. I try not to mention it too much to hit you over the head with it, but I do have a Patreon, and it's pretty rad, and I just upgraded it for the new year. So if you join, you have the option of joining a private Facebook support group that, you know, I kind of monitor and is full of like other women who are going through recovery, so you can kind of sympathize and have a group to call your own. When I was recovering, Facebook groups like these that I did pay to be in when I was recovering were amazing, super helpful. It's nice to have brothers and sisters that are in the same kind of boat as you, or ahead of you, or behind you, so that you can motivate or they can motivate you. Y'all get it. There is also a level in which I send out a weekly e-blast full of inspiring body positive news from around the web that week, and a letter from me every week regarding something that's on my mind. The third option is all of that plus a monthly live stream Q&A where all of your questions will be answered live by me. No question is off the table. The next option is to work directly with me via email. So if you feel like you need just a little bit of extra support from someone who's gone through it and have had a lot of experience with recovery, or if you just want to talk to me, I don't know, if you just want to have a strong email relationship with me, that's an option. And then finally, it's all of the above plus a monthly Skype call. I actually have 3 Skype calls scheduled for tomorrow with lots of lovely patrons, well, 3 for tomorrow, who I think found it really helpful. They keep Skyping with me, so. Anyway, I just wanted to take a moment to remind you all that those are all options if you want to be more involved with me and this community that I'm trying to create / have already started creating. I'm mostly just talking to give this a chance to cool. And I'm gonna go eat this while I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. May the best woman win. Hi, I'm gonna make a smoothie. Okay, my beautiful, lovely, amazing, wonderful, gorgeous, perfect subscribers. Thank you for listening to my little rant PSA today. Hopefully I kept you entertained with a little bit of a what I ate today. I'm dressed in athleisure, but be certain, I've done nothing today but play Super Smash Brothers and watch Netflix. And cook occasionally. This is good. Got a nice tropical flair because of the coconut. Banana, blueberries, coconut milk, orange juice, and protein powder in here. It's 8 o'clock now, so time for me to go watch more Netflix. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.